Sitting between two warehouses is one of the last remnants of Central Ohio's first settlement. In the 1790s, a man named Lucas Sullivan was hired by the United States government to survey large tracts of land, and as payment, they gave him several thousand acres of land in Central Ohio. In 1797, Sullivan got married in Kentucky and then came back to Ohio and laid out the village of Franklinton with about 220 plots. Lucas named the settlement Franklinton in honor of Benjamin Franklin, of who he was a personal friend. In 1798, the town of Franklinton was completely submerged in a flood, and Sullivan decided to move the entire town to a higher elevation spot further along the riverbank. With some hard work, determination, and smart thinking, Lucas Sullivan was able to build up his settlement of Franklinton. He eventually built a courthouse, a house for himself and his wife, a brick church, and the first bridge over the river out of materials shipped from Philadelphia. When Ohio became a state in 1803, Franklinton became the county seat of Franklin, Ohio. It was an important staging point in the War of 1812 and saw a lot of growth after that based upon the railroads and everything they had built up as well. However, in 1823, it lost its county seat position to Columbus, which had obviously grown bigger by that point. And by 1859, Franklinton was fully absorbed into Columbus, and it was no longer its own separate being. Although not much remains of Old Franklinton, there are still a few remnants, including the cemetery. This is the Franklinton Cemetery, established in 1799 after the town was moved because of the flood. Most of the bodies here were moved to Greenlawn Cemetery eventually, but there are still a little over 100 left out here. This is the log post office, built in 1807. It was built on land that Lucas Sullivan was giving out for free to anybody who wanted to build out there. It is the first post office that was built in Franklinton, and is the oldest building in Columbus still on its original foundation. This house was also built in 1807 and was the headquarters of William Henry Harrison for a short time during the War of 1812. This is the Sullivan Land Office, built around 1822. It is the last building in Columbus with direct ties to Lucas Sullivan. Although Franklinton is little more than a footnote in Columbus's history today, it's one worth paying attention to, and